A pleasant day to each and everyone. My name is Narim Bailin from TS1A1 together with my partner Kyle Kevin Rokid. We are assigned to tackle about the Region 7 Central Visayas region. Central Visayas is a Philippine administrative region of 4 provinces and 3 highly urbanized cities, which are Cebu City, Lapu-Lapu, and Mandaue. It is numerically classified as Region 7. The eponymous Cebu, Bohol, Siquijor Islands, as well as the eastern section of Negros are the major islands. Region 7 is dominated by the native speakers of 4 Visayan languages, which are Cebuano, Bantayanon, Boholano, and Porohanon. Central Visayas consists of the 2 major island provinces of Cebu and Bohol, as well as the smaller islands of Siquijor and several outlying islands. It also includes the eastern half of the larger island of Negros. Dated on May 29, 2015, the region was redefined. Central Visayas region lost the province of Negros Oriental to the newly formed Negros Island region. However, the region was dissolved, with Negros Oriental returned to the Central Visayas on August 9, 2007. Let me introduce you all to Cebu, the major asset of the Central Visayas region. Cebu is a Philippine province in the Central Visayas region consisting of a major island and 167 smaller islands and islets. Cebu City is dubbed as the Queen of the South. It is the Philippines' oldest city and its very first capital. It is also politically separated from the provincial government. The name Cebu is derived from the old Cebuano word Cebu, which means trade, and is the short version of Sinibuyang Hingpit, which means the location of dealing. It was first used to describe the harbors of Sugbu, the historic name for Cebu City. The traders used many spelling of the name from the 13th through the 16th century. Sugbu or Sugbo is derived from the old Cebuano phrase meaning scorched soil or huge fire. The Central Visayas region is one of the country's 8 key tourist attractions, as well as one of the Visayas supra-regions with a tourism-based economy. Region 7 is one of the most developed and has the country's 4th largest regional economy. Many industries, including as footwear, ICT and IT-enabled services, electronics, wearable, food processing, maritime, and also housewares and furnitures, are located in the Central Visayas region. The natives there enjoy festivals and celebrations and fiestas. Cebu possesses one of the most colorful and well-known festivals in the Philippines, such as the very famous Sinulog Festival, which they celebrate with zeal and enthusiasm. Cebu celebrates many holidays in the various villages and cities. Cebu also celebrates fiestas with religious rites and street dancing to the rhythm of drums. Cebu City is also rich in tourist attraction, regardless if it's historical, natural, or man-made attractions. One of the very well-known tourist attractions in Cebu City is the Fort San Pedro. Fort San Pedro is one of Cebu's rich historical legacies and is located in the City Pier area. It was erected in 1738 by the Spaniards and indigenous Cebuano workmen and is the country's oldest and smallest triangular bastion fort. It functioned as a military fortification and the center of a Spanish colony way back there. It was also a safe haven for Filipino rebels. Some part of the fort now is used as a museum, and outside the fort walls is a colossal monument of Legazpi Antonio Pigafetta, while within are Spanish government relics. It also includes a number of well-preserved items, including Spanish documents, painting, sculptures, and it is now a historical park and a popular location for prenuptial portraits and wedding parties. And there is also Bantayan Island. When it comes to an amazing display of majestic white beaches, even as you approach its dock in Santa Fe, Cebu, which is located near the northern tip of Cebu, most Tourists think Bantayan Island beaches are the Cebuano equivalent of Boracay. It is a fantastic spot for beach bums. The wide white sand beach and crystal pure seas appear to be a paradise on earth. It has also been a popular tourist site for both international and domestic visitors, as well as celebrities, especially during the Lenten season. And when you're looking for something soothing to the eyes, Tops is one of the Cebu's most popular tourist spots. It is around 15 to 20 minutes driving from JY Square in Lahug and is positioned high above Busay Hills. Tops provides a bird's eye perspective over Cebu City and Mactan Island. The panoramic perspective of the area makes it an ideal spot to watch a sunrise or even a sunset. The amazing display of the city's dazzling lights is likewise a magnificent sight to see. These other factors combine to make Cebu one of the most popular tourist destinations in the country, as well as making Philippines a more enjoyable place to visit. Osmeña Peak is said to be the highest peak in the province of Cebu. The peak is approximately 1,000 meters above the sea level, and it is located in the southern part of Cebu in Manlatongan, Dalaguete. If you are the mountaineering type of person who will not pass the chance of nature trekking, this is the perfect spot for you. Osmeña Peak has been coined as the summer capital of Cebu and the Little Baguio of the South, for it's cooler than the usual breeze due to the cool and refreshing, mind-blowing scenery in Osmeña Peak. Campers and mountain climbers love to come to this place to take a glimpse of the panoramic view around Cebu, Bohol, and Negros. Magellan's Cross is another notable historical landmark in Cebu and is the Christianity faith which was brought about by Magellan's arrival in 1521. The history tells us that he carried a wooden cross with him and planted it in Cebu to commemorate the spread of Christianity. And if you want some refreshing vibes, the Kawasan Falls are one of Cebu's most stunning and well-visited waterfalls, both by local and foreign tourists. It is located on the southern portion of Cebu in the barangay of Matutinao, Badian. You may see various exotic tropical vegetation and birds along the walk, and it is bordered by lush and rainforests. And who wouldn't have known Caymans Islands? Many people refer to it as Caymans Islands. However, the Caymans is really made up of several islands, the most prominent of which are the Pasihan and Poro. You will enjoy a little isolation and enjoyment in one of the world's most hidden paradise and home to some of the Philippines' greatest beaches. If the first Spanish explorers arrived to the Caymans Islands today, they would have not find that much change in the past 500 years. Because who would you want to alter anything when you have wonderful, unspoiled white sand beaches and tropical woods surrounded by azure and tropical waters? Let us move now to Bohol. Bohol is located in the heart of the Central Visayas and is the Philippines' 10th biggest island. Bohol is made up of an oval-shaped mainland and 72 smaller islands. The province is a famous tourist destination with several beaches and resorts. Its well-known beaches can be found in Panglao Island, which is located in the province of Southwest, and on Anda. The city capital of Bohol is Tagbilaran, and also known as the City of Friendship, and is located in the province's southwestern corner. The city is surrounded by the municipalities of Cortes, Corella, and Baclayon. The name Tagbilaran is derived from the Tagu Bilaan, which means Tagu means to hide, and Bilaan, which refers to the Muslim Moroder tribe. Boholanos are joyous, passionate, and extremely religious people. Apart from the yearly honoring of saints in the separate towns and barangay of the province, those characteristics drives them to celebrate and hold festivals. Bohol holidays festivities are extravagant, with town and church decoration, street dance, trade fairs, beauty contests, and more, not to mention the preparation of the delectable cuisine, and even to the point of going into depth to amuse the guests. Moving to the most famous tourist attraction in Bohol, the very famous Chocolate Hills. Chocolate Hills is the most well-known tourist spot on the island of Bohol. There are about 1,000 symmetrical mounds, conical and dome-shaped that resembles Hershey Kisses. We all know that the Chocolate Hills are so named not because they are composed of chocolate, but because of their hue. The grass that blankets the hills during the wet season gives them a velvety and lush look. During the summer, the vegetation dies and develops a chocolatey brown color, thus giving them their name. The Sandugo or the Blood Compact Shrine Monument in Tagbilaran marks the location of the first international covenant of goodwill between Spaniards and the Filipinos. These Tagbilaran tourist attractions represent Sikatuna and Legazpi during the infamous Sandugo episode. And if you enjoy relaxing on the beach, Bohol is an excellent choice. The province, known for its white sand beaches, islands, and diving opportunities, and never disappoints its guests, especially when it comes to Panglao Island, which people considers as Bohol owns piece of Boracay. Aside from beautiful beaches and the white sands, the marine life make it an excellent snorkeling and diving location. A trip to Bohol would be incomplete without taking the legendary Lubbock River cruise. While exploring the Lubbock River, tour operators would frequently bring their visitors here for lunch. Your ship will make a halt in the middle of the trip when locals will play musical instruments and perform traditional dances. Bohol is also known as the home of the endangered species of tarsier. A Bohol trip wouldn't be a Bohol trip if you didn't go to the Philippine Tarsier and Wildlife Sanctuary. It is a huge woodland where endangered tarsier can be found. The 45-million-year-old little nocturnal primates with large round eyes cling to the low branches or the trunks of thin trees. Tarsier are fragile and emotionally sensitive creatures who rapidly become upset. Tarsiers commit themselves by beating their heads against the tree trunks when they are stressed. According to the tour guides, thus visitors must reduce noise to level to a minimum. Visitors are permitted to snap photographs with the exception of using flash. Tarsier, on the other hand, is a very charming and very lovely animal.